Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we'll go over some of the results from last night's primary election, including the passage of a millage for the Marquette County Department of Veterans Affairs. Plus, in Delta County, voters have approved continued and additional funding for public transportation. We'll have reaction, and the race for governor is set. Jocelyn Benson and John James will face off this fall. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. A very nice day, as we can see there on our sky cam. What are we looking for in the forecast?
Yeah, Kevin, good evening. Thankfully, things are looking okay for the Wednesday night farmers market. We do not intend to get some rain, and we're actually seeing a good amount of sunshine. So that's, of course, good news, as we see on our satellite and radar that most of that rain is all the way out towards the very eastern portions of the Upper Peninsula, out towards Manistee. Temperatures are comfortable, not quite as summer-like as we'd hope, but 70 for us here in Marquette, 73 down to Escanaba, 65 for Munising. We keep the skies clear, which means it'll be a bit cooler for the overnight, but I'll have a full look at your forecast as you start making your plans for the weekend in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. Kelly, thank you very much. A majority of Marquette County voters were in favor of continuing funds for the Marquette County Transit Authority operating millage yesterday. Residents have agreed to provide 0.6 mills per $1,000 of taxable property value through 2032. Taxes collected across the first year are expected to be just over $2.1 million, allowing continued operations for Mark Tran and the ability to implement new and updated systems. In total, over 18,000 voters applied their vote to the millage, with over 12,000 yeses and over 5,000 noes. Marquette voters also allowed for the expansion of funds towards the Marquette County Department of Veterans Affairs. Following the signage of the PACT Act in 2022, more and more veterans have been able to register for veteran aid services in Michigan. This has also created massive waiting lists, in some cases months down the road. The Marquette County VA, while already under a 1/10 millage, will now receive an additional 5 cents per $1,000 and will be able to hire a new full-time veteran service officer in the new year, hoping to provide quicker care to veterans in the county.
I'm just very pleased that people checked yes for our proposal to allow us to serve our veterans. That hopefully will bring down the wait times for people getting into the office for new appointments, and our reaction time to be able to return phone calls and emails and whatnot.
The VA also says the extra help will allow them to reach smaller communities within the county. In Delta County, the majority of voters supported a new millage for public transportation. For the last several years, the Delta Area Transit Authority has been funded by individual millages in 2 cities and 7 townships, which are all set to expire this year or next year. The county-wide millage replaces those existing millages and allows the authority to serve every township. Just over 65% of voters cast their ballots in favor of a 0.689 millage rate. The last time the authority asked for a county-wide millage was in 2002, and it only received 40% support at that time.
It's been something that's been on a target to do for a lot of years, but it's a heavy lift. A lot of these areas in Delta County had never seen a data bus in 37 years. We're really excited, very humbled. We knew there was a lot of community support for it, but we sure didn't know what the outcome was going to be.
The authority will now begin a multi-phase process of expanding operations, acquiring new vehicles, and hiring additional staff. The director hopes to have everything in place by January. Delta County voters also widely supported a millage renewal for the local Solid Waste Management Authority. For the last decade, the authority's landfill operations, recycling programs, and household hazardous waste disposal services have been funded by a rate of 0.3 mills. Yesterday, nearly 68% of voters renewed the millage at a rate of 0.297. According to the administrative manager, the renewal will ensure residents can continue utilizing the authority's current services without experiencing price increases for another 10 years.
It really means the world. We love what we are able to do for the community, and to know that the community supports that and cares about that too, it really kind of warms your heart.
In the future, the authority aims to continue growing its recycling program and to work toward accepting new kinds of materials. Voters in Schoolcraft County supported continued funding for local conservation efforts. 62% of voters cast their ballots in favor of a millage renewal for the Schoolcraft Conservation District. At a rate of 0.2132 mils, it makes up approximately half of the district's annual revenue. The money generated supports daily conservation district operations like hosting community events, selling native plants, and pursuing grant funding opportunities.
It's so encouraging to me that so many people value the natural resources here in Schoolcraft County and are supportive of us. I think it says a lot about how important natural resources and the environment are to the people of Schoolcraft County.
Voters also approved millage renewals for the public library, the Veterans Relief Fund, and a new millage for the local 4-H program. Michigan's general election matchup for governor is now set. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson clinched the Democratic nomination, while Trump-endorsed Congressman John James won the Republican side over Perry Johnson. Today, Benson fired back at one of the attacks she's already facing from the other side, calling her campaign socialist. Here's what she had to say.
The only thing evil is when leaders claim to work for the people but really don't. I've worked for the people every day of my professional career. I'm going to be a governor who puts people first, lowers costs, grows our economy, and does everything I can to protect the rights and freedoms that are earned by every citizen in this state. My opponent can't say the same because he hasn't done the same, but I have, and I'll continue to do that as governor.
Both candidates now turn their focus to November in what's expected to be one of the most watched governor's races in the country. Michigan Democrats have chosen their nominee in one of the most closely watched Senate primaries of the year. After a tight race that stretched into Wednesday morning, progressive candidate Dr. Abdul El-Sayed has emerged victorious. WZMQ 19 News Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon reports on what the win means for Democrats as the focus shifts to a high-stakes general election.
Dr. Abdul El-Sayed edging out moderate Congresswoman Haley Stevens in a race that remained too close to call until early Wednesday. The hard-fought primary exposed deep divisions inside the Democratic Party, pitting the party's progressive wing against its more moderate establishment.
You've got to think that Republicans are very happy with the outcome, not because they got the candidate they wanted, because El-Sayed doesn't poll as well against the Republican, but also because Democrats are so divided. And it's going to be difficult for them to try to reunite in Michigan.
The closely watched race saw historic amounts of campaign dollars, indicative of the competing interests and vision for the Democratic Party. Dr. Todd Belt believes the takeaway is less about progressive versus moderate and more about establishment versus non-establishment.
And you're seeing a lot of these non-establishment candidates, no matter what their stripes are, really getting a lot of support because people are really tired about what's going on in Washington and how it's not making their lives better.
Retiring Senator Gary Peters, whose seat is up for grabs, endorsed Stevens in July.
Now we have to come together and understand that whatever differences existed between Haley Stevens and Abdul, those are very small compared to the difference between Abdul and Mike Rogers. And we're going to make sure our Democratic Party comes together in Michigan.
Abdul El-Sayed ran a very energetic campaign with significant voter turnout.
Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is the chair of the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee for the 2026 election cycle.
We're going to take that energy and apply it against Mike Rogers.
El-Sayed will face Republican and former Congressman Mike Rogers in a battleground race that could play a major role in determining which party controls the U.S. Senate. Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Kelly Rowland will tell us if we can continue to expect these pleasant temperatures for the rest of the week. And later, we're live once again for the Wednesday night farmers market in downtown Marquette. We'll be right back after this.
All new house guests. I got the keys. All new drama.
I'm right here.
You got caught, baby. You know it's summer when I say Big Brother.
A new Big Brother, CBS tonight, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Dating these days kinda sucks.
Max, these are my parents.
If he hurts her, we eat him.
Sure thing, Charles.
Wait, what?
Eternally Yours. New series Thursday, October 8th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
It's game day in the UP. When the cans are empty and the boxes stack up, don't trash it, recycle it. Recycle 906 accepts cans, cardboard, plastics, and more from across the Upper Peninsula. Game on, recycle on.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
We examine lab results closely. We monitor treatment progress meticulously. But what we see is you. We see how cancer affects the life you lead and touches the love you share. Even as we practice the latest treatments and consider the most advanced options, what we see is how we can provide the best possible care for you. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Cancer Care. What we see is you.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
At Shunk Furniture Marquette, we save you money. With hot buys like these premium sofas from Lazy Boy are 50% off. How about a leather stress-free chair and ottoman for just $849? There's hot buys in dining room too. This large 86-inch wood table is just $799. This mattress here, there's big discounts on Serta, up to $900 off. The Tempur-Pedic Breeze is on sale too, up to $1,000 off. You'll save on Stearns & Foster and Sealy too. Shop Shunks of Marquette today.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back on this Wednesday. Our area is kind of split into two different characteristics where we have clearing skies, we have sunshine, and of course rain free, but then that cloud cover and moisture is hanging around to the very eastern portions. And there's a lot of different fronts or patterns happening across the United States, and most of them are stationary fronts, which means it has the characteristics of both a warm and a cold front, so they're not as quick moving of systems. It's just a little slower, but that just means that that cloud cover might hang around just a touch longer for the eastern half for this evening. But thankfully, we're continuing to see clearing skies and less rain out to the west, so perfect for the Wednesday night farmers market, of course. Today was a near perfect day when it comes to those seasonal numbers. The average high and low is 76 and 54 respectively, and we ended up reaching 74 for the high today and a low of 56. So on paper, that's almost a perfect day. That's a seasonal you can get just with the high and low temperatures. So first warning weather futurecast continuing to have clearing skies, and because we have clear skies overnight, it is going to dip down the temperatures into the 50s just because we lose that atmospheric blanket of the cloud cover, keeping in whatever heat we gain throughout the day. So then throughout the day tomorrow, we really should not see any issues with rain, and we actually settle into a pretty dry pattern with the exception of maybe a pop-up shower or storm, most of it humidity driven for Friday afternoon, and then Friday evening into Friday night, a better chance of showers and possibly thunderstorms. Now the severe potential for the thunderstorms on Friday, mostly into that 0 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center, but some of these western portions will be under that level 1 out of 5 risk. So a few of those isolated storms may reach that severe criteria, whether that be the wind, the hail, or we'll watch for the tornado risk. I don't really see that to be too much of an issue at this point for Friday. Now, when it comes to comfortability, we talked about those seasonal temperatures, but it really is the dew point that can make or break how it feels outside. When you step out and it almost feels like you can feel the moisture in the air, it's sticky, it's muggy. That's something that we will feel Friday afternoon and especially Saturday. Anytime you get the dew point of about 55, that's very comfortable. 60s when you start to feel it. So we're very comfortable for today, and then we start to raise that humidity throughout the days with that chance of showers and storms, especially Friday. The winds are going to be from the south for the majority of the day for tomorrow, so we do raise up those temperatures a little bit. We get some moisture back, and we may have some patchy fog, mainly down towards the southern portions of the UP, so leave a few extra minutes if you're in places like Iron River, Iron Mountain, but then we burn that fog off with lots of sunshine for tomorrow. Keep those temperatures into the lower 80s, and it's even more seasonal and keeping things dry for the weekend. It's really not until this upcoming Monday where we have that next best chance of scattered showers at this point.
Kelly, thank you again. And coming up next on your 19 News, we head to our front yard in Marquette to talk with another vendor at tonight's Wednesday night downtown farmers market. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Watch the Medical Minute, Thursdays at 6 and 11, only on 19 News. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare.
Hey, what's all the excitement about?
3 full hours of Saturday morning cartoons.
Saturday mornings on MeTV 19.1.
It's super, it's science, it's fiction.
What is it?
It's Super Sci-Fi Saturday night on MeTV. After Sven gets swept away in adventures beyond our world, promising spaceships, lasers, giants, other worlds, and robots.
I will do my part.
Super Sci-Fi Saturday night.
Saturday nights on MeTV 19.1.
Sundays on MeTV.
On Sunday.
Like on TV?
It's Aaron Spelling Sundays.
On Sunday.
Featuring 4 memorable shows from the legendary Hollywood producer.
That's Sunday on television.
It's Charlie's Angels.
The Bosley people.
Hello.
Heart to Heart.
We can have a heart-to-heart talk.
Fantasy Island.
That's one fantasy I've never considered.
And The Love Boat.
Like on a boat? Yes, like on a boat.
Aaron Spelling Sundays.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. It's another Wednesday night, which means it's time for another vendor spotlight. Joining us live in our own front yard is WZMQ's Andrew Hands. Andrew, good evening. Who have you got for us today?
Yeah, Kevin. So at these farmers markets, there's quite a lot of creativity. It's more of an art-focused market, but a lot of this creativity doesn't always come on the spot. A lot of it is pre-made for sale, things like that. But one of these vendors here, Typewritery, with poet JJ Brinsky. Yes, that's right. Explain kind of what you're bringing to this market and what's so unique about your business here.
Well, I'm just basically taking poetry, which is something that you usually see done behind closed doors, individual, just doing it by themselves, kind of bringing that out to the street, bringing that out so people can kind of engage with it, give me a prompt, watch it happen right on a typewriter right here. So it's kind of real time, kind of mixes busking and performance art and poetry all together.
Yeah, it's definitely a very unique opportunity for some folks. Sure. What kind of feedback do you get from some people who pile through here?
So we just get a lot of people that are just interested, I think, because it's something they've never seen. So it's like just an interesting way to engage with words or with an artistic medium that is not something that they've maybe seen before or not engaged with before. So it becomes very new for people, and it becomes a way maybe to think in different lines and just discover something. So a lot of discovery.
Yeah, this is a lot of on-the-spot type of stuff. What goes through your head when you're writing a poem for someone brand new?
A lot of things. So you're trying to get body clues from people. Also, pull things out of what they're saying. Some people are very expressive. Some people are really struggling with their words, and that's why they want me to help them write a poem. I often ask the question when somebody wants to have a poem, I'm like, what do you need words for? And so that then starts to get the gears going. And so we just, there's a lot of those things where I'm getting things from the clues and the cues they're giving me, and then asking some questions as we go, and hopefully putting something together that kind of shapes where they want to be.
Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for sharing this with everyone. This is such a cool piece of the market, farmers market here. And that's all we have. I'll send that back to you, Kevin, in the studio.
Andrew, thank you very much, and certainly a unique booth there at the farmers market. Thank you very much. Now here's something you don't hear often. A rocket accidentally slammed into the moon. Well, it happened, and as Mark Strassman tells us, it might be a good thing.
Ignition.
When SpaceX launched this Falcon 9 rocket into orbit early last year,
Separation confirmed.
No one expected its second stage would drift and keep drifting all the way to the moon's Earth-facing side. It crashed there early this morning with a force of nearly 3 tons of TNT.
There's only so many times where events like this will occur, and it gives us a chance to understand how the atmosphere of the moon works. It's happened twice in my lifetime.
Meteoroids, space rocks, pelt the moon every day, like this one in 2013. But rarely do scientists have enough notice to study the impact of a man-made object in real time. NASA's intentional crash in 2009 confirmed the existence of water ice in the moon's craters. The overnight explosion involved a 4-ton piece of the SpaceX rocket stage slamming into the lunar surface at 5,400 miles per hour. The crater it created could be 100 feet wide and 16 feet deep. Unintentional, although SpaceX says it followed all appropriate rules and regulations.
What has happened is essentially a mixture of solar activity and gravity forces have put it on a path towards the moon.
Around the world, scientists watched intently, including at the Lowell Discovery Telescope in Arizona. They're hoping to pull apart more of what the moon is really made of.
Are moments like this likely to be a reminder that we don't know the moon all that well at all?
Yeah, to me, that's very much the larger picture here.
SpaceX has finally made it to the moon, however, accidentally.
Now, don't go away. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
I'm Tony DeCopel. The CBS Evening News is the story of America one day at a time.
I'm Tony.
While we cover a lot of ground, we also stick to the basics. What's real?
Do you ever get scared?
Yeah. And what's important.
I'm just asking you why you're here and what your message is.
Success for us is not how much we pack into a show, but how much you take away from it. And we'll always end with the good stuff, something to remind you that there's a lot of life out there beyond the headlines. So join me. This is the CBS Evening News.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Bucko's Party Store is where the party starts. They're your party store and more in Calumet. Great deals on all your favorite drinks and snacks. Keep warm and in style with exclusive Keweenaw alpaca gear and Bucko's wear. Craft beers and top shelf drinks for whatever your taste. Many lucky winners have won big bucks at Bucko's. Don't forget your ORV, hunting and fishing license, and the best bait.
Save your bucks at Bucko's!
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but want to move with more freedom. So I'm ready to jump in with Skyrizi. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And it's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
Welcome back, everyone. For many Americans, Social Security is a key part of retirement income, but the age you choose to claim benefits can have a lasting impact on how much you receive. Jill Schlesinger explains.
As we approach the 91st anniversary of the Social Security system, it's a good time for a refresher on when to claim your retirement benefits. The first step is to visit ssa.gov and create an account. There, you can estimate your future benefits, even if retirement is still decades away. While you can start collecting Social Security as early as age 62, claiming early permanently reduces your monthly benefit by as much as 25%. That lower payment can also reduce benefits for a non-working spouse claiming on your work record. If you can afford to wait, it's generally better to claim at your full retirement age of 67 for anyone born in 1960 or later. Every month you delay up to age 67 increases your benefit, and waiting until age 70 boosts it even more by up to 8% per year. One more thing to remember. Because Social Security benefits are adjusted annually for inflation, waiting could mean an even larger monthly check down the road.
August is National Immunization Month, raising awareness about the importance of vaccination for people of all ages. For the first time, the leading group of doctors for pregnant women has released an immunization schedule for patients that differs from federal vaccine recommendations. Bradley Blackburn has more.
Dahlia Romero is in her third trimester. Before her baby girl arrives, she's receiving the Tdap vaccine, which will protect her and her newborn against tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, or whooping cough, until her baby is old enough to get the shot.
I'm very open to whatever it's provided to keep my baby safe and myself safe as well.
Tdap is among the vaccines recommended for pregnant women in the 2026 maternal immunization schedule from the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, along with the flu, COVID-19, and RSV vaccine. It's the first time ACOG has released a schedule different from federal vaccine recommendations, which no longer include COVID.
Pregnant women should know that these vaccines are tremendously safe. Vaccines prevent diseases. These viruses can be worse if they're transmitted during pregnancy. And most importantly, newborn babies are vulnerable to infection.
With national guidance changing and vaccine misinformation circulating, the goal of the new schedule, endorsed by more than a dozen medical organizations, is to address recent confusion for both doctors and patients. Dr. Erica Banks is with NYU Langone Health.
My personal feeling is any questioning is fine. What concerns me more is the trust in physicians and the science behind these vaccines. We just need to continue to speak about the data that's out there, about how safe it is.
Dahlia encourages pregnant women to talk to their doctors like she did.
Don't go based off other people's opinions. Do research, because that's what I did.
And she's grateful to do what she can to keep her family healthy.
The schedule also includes additional vaccines for those with certain risk factors and for patients who are postpartum and breastfeeding. Now don't go away. When we come back, Kelly Rowland will have our final look at weather. Stay tuned.
We started back in 1913. Grandfather would go from door to door on a cart selling dry goods. It's great seeing people actually come in saying, you know, my grandfather waited on you. We offer a wide selection of lazy boy recliners, Smith Brothers Amish furniture. We also offer a wide selection of appliances, all with free delivery, and we'll set it up where you'd like. Being able to help the customer and satisfy what they're looking for in their house, making it the place that they want to be, has been one of the most rewarding things.
Anything that's wrong with America can be fixed by what's right in America. We are defined more by our shared values and our differences, and we're having a conversation about how.
Come experience Glenora Wine Cellars, overlooking beautiful Seneca Lake. Savor award-winning wines with a tasting or tour, and take in the stunning views. Stay at our charming inn and wake up to the serenity of wine country. Dine at Verasian's Restaurant, where seasonal, local cuisine, and vegan options await. Your perfect staycation is here. Glenora Wine Cellars. Book your getaway or destination wedding today at 800-243-5513 or glenora.com.
What did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
MeTV wants to know. What did you do? What did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
What did you do? What did I do?
What did you do?
MeTV knows what you could do.
All right, so what could we do? You know, together.
Watch Everybody Loves Raymond.
What did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
Yeah.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1.
Everybody loves Raymond on MeTV, especially
me,
because Mother loves best.
Nobody makes cake like you.
And nobody eats it like you.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1.
And a final check of your forecast as people are out and about having fun on this Wednesday night. Let's take another look at the downtown Wednesday night farmers market. Thankfully, we have the sunshine and we'll continue to see rain-free conditions here in Marquette over the next 24 hours. Maybe a little isolated drizzle for the Escanaba area for early Thursday morning. So tomorrow morning, but those low temperatures tonight dipping down into the mid-50s. We'll have some clear skies. That's why it gets down a bit cooler, but then sunshine tomorrow morning brings us right back to the lower 80s. So it'll feel like a nice true summer day tomorrow with plenty of sunshine. So get out and enjoy it. We have a few evening rumbles for your Friday. We'll track that, but a much drier weekend and then a few scattered showers to start off this upcoming week.
Kelly, thank you again. And that is all the time we have for right now, everyone. More headlines coming your way tonight at 11:10 Central. We'll see you then.
Good evening. I'm Matt Gutman in for Tony DeCopel. The president's safety